Hi, what's up everybody? Today I'm here to show you one amazing tool that I'm pretty sure that you heard the name before. And if not, don't worry, in this video I'm going to show you everything that you need to know about this tool. But if you are interested in animation and motion graphic design, and if you specifically like to use animation and motion graphic in your user interface design and in your product, this video is going to be very helpful for you. So bear with me until the end of this video. My name is Kia and here is a Kimo. Welcome back to my channel. The tool that I'm going to show you today is the Lottie Creator from lottiefiles team, which we can use in order to create Lottie animations inside this creator, inside this tool, meaning that we don't have to create our Lottie animation inside the Figma and then use the plugin in order to convert it to the Lottie file. For example, the other way that I used to make the animations were in the After Effects and then again use another plugin to convert the animation to the JSON file and then import it into the Lottie file using the plugin. But now we can use this creator in order to design our animation and motion graphics. But before we get into the tool itself, let's understand what is a Lottie animation. Lottie animation is a light-weighted and a scalable JSON-based animation format. So it's something like a GIF, but it has significantly lower size, which means that if we add this animation into our user interface design in the final product, it's not going to reduce the performance of our website, especially when we are talking about loading our website and animation. And as I told you before, we used to use other tools to design our motion graphic, for example, sometime in the Figma, sometime in the After Effects, and then we could convert those animation into the Lottie animation format and then use it for different purposes in different places. Today, I'm going to show you this Lottie animation creator tool, which the lottiefiles itself created. We can use it and directly create our animation in this design tool, and then we can share it with our developers or within the team with everyone else. Here is the website of the Lottiefiles. Let's check the Lottiefiles website together very quickly, the landing page. Yeah, you can see already that how many brands are kind of using this format of animation in their products. You can see some good examples here. You can see also big names and big brands up there. And if you scroll down, you can see the examples of the animation you can create and convert it to Lottie animation format and then use it in your kind of user interface. But this is not what we want to focus today on. Let's open the product tab. You can see that they already have many tools that you can use in order to create, convert, and basically store all your animation. For example, this Lottiefiles platform is a place, it's a dashboard that you can basically collect all your animation that you're making, sharing with the other people. And then Lottiefile for Figma is a plugin that basically you can use the Figma in order to create the animation and then directly add it to your Lottiefiles platform or dashboard, basically save it, store it in your project and then use it somewhere else. And we have it also for After Effects. So After Effects is a very powerful tool for creating animation. So it's very amazing that you can create your animation there and then directly convert it to Lottie animation. Today, we are going to talk about this Lottie Creator that you can see. So I'm going to click on Lottie Creator. We open up the Lottie Creator page, and as I said, I have already logged in. Therefore, if you do not have an account, it's better that you make your account and easily just click on Start Lottie Creator. And here we can immediately see very familiar user interface. Let me just quickly go through the interface of this tool. I'm not gonna really get deep into everything. This video is gonna be just kind of scratching the surface of this tool and how we can create animation. But if you are interested in this kind of topic, please let me know in the comment section. Just share the topics that you would like me to kind of focus more on and share it with me in the comment section. You can also share it in the Discord server that I have made. You can find a link to the Discord server as well in the description of this video. I mean, the user interface is very simple and very, very similar to the other design tools that we are using these days. Like, I mean, if you open the Figma, you might see the similarity between this tool and Figma or the other design tool. In the left side, what we have is a bunch of tools that will help us to organize our design, organize our project. A couple of AI tools exist here that you can use the prompt to create the vectors, and you don't have to do the vector, design the vector that you want to animate yourself from scratch. You can explore these things yourself later. And on the top, we have a bunch of basic tools, such as the move tools, shape tools, pen, and the other tools that help us to navigate in the canvas. On top here, we have the name of the file, which we can change most probably, sharing and exporting options here in the right side top. And here we have the properties panel, and then we have the animation presets, basically a bunch of basic animation that are already there that we don't have to create them ourselves. And down here, like other video or visual video editing tool, we have this timeline, and we have our layer list here in the left side. A couple of other functionalities such as nesting this, basically the scene. If you are familiar with the After Effects, we call it composition. So basically making a composition, creating the segments, which you can select a part of the timeline and create a segment that you can edit a specific part of the timeline. And the theme manager, which is very important if you want to create one animation for different color theme. So you can consider, for example, dark mode and bright mode for your animation. In this video, we are not going to talk about how to create animations, what are the fundamental knowledge that we need to create animation. However, I'm gonna very, very quickly maybe show you how you can animate one very simple object, such as a rectangle or I don't know, a circle. Just again, let me know if you're interested into this topic. We can go further and deeper later on in the next videos. But now let's get back to our design, basically platform or this canvas that we have. What I'm going to do is first, let's see how we can animate one object. Here on top, we have this toolbar. Let's open the basically shape tools that we have. I'm gonna take this one, and I would like to create one simple circle in my design canvas. This is basically one of the fundamental visual elements that I can have in my design, a circle. We can have different fundamental blocks, visual elements such as circle, rectangle, line. When you add such a shape into your design, there are some properties that will help you to style basically fundamental block, which can be just a background color, it can be a size, it can be the rotation, and etc. In the properties panel, you can find these properties. So here we have, for example, the color, which you can change. We have the opacity. We have the opacity of the layer. We have the size, the scale. We have the rotation. We have the position of the anchor point, which is also very important. Later on, maybe I can show you what is the anchor point. And we have the position, which is also very important. We usually animate the position and these things. And if you want to animate this visual element, you can basically animate the properties that define the behavior of this visual elements. What does that mean? For example, if this parameter, which is basically changing the position of this shape in the horizontal axis, if I could animate this parameter, basically I can make animation that shows this circle that start from left side and end in the right side. That means we can animate one shape by animating the properties of that shape. And how we can do is very simple. We usually can add keyframe to each property of each element. For example, here in the properties panel, next to the position parameters for this shape, we have this symbol, which is basically indicating that you can click on this one and then add a keyframe. Keyframe is basically storing the value of those properties in the timeline, basically, meaning that right now I put this in a time indicator in the left side and I click on this indicator. So for this shape, we stored the values of these properties in the time 0 as it was. Now, if I kind of move the indicator to, I don't know,
first second, and then change the property, the value of the properties. For example, the X property. Create a new keyframe. Here it does automatically. In some software, you need to click again on the keyframe icon, or you can use the shortcut, of course. So we basically now have two keyframe, and you can see if we move this indicator, or in another word, if we play our animation, you can see that we basically made a very simple animation, which this circle is moving from left to right. This is the basic of creating a motion graphic. You need to define the keyframes. In each keyframe, you need to assign a specific value to a specific property of a specific visual element. I know it might sound very simple, but believe me or not, you can use this principle to create complex animation. So most of the time, all digital animations are created in this way. Of course, there are different tricks and methods which will kind of make our job much easier and help us to create more advanced compositions. But the basic and fundamental basically knowledge is the same. Now let's get back to our design. I would like to import some animation from the library to see how complex animations are structured. Let's open the Discover Animation panel here. You can see a lot of animations already exist here. I'm going to search for photo 4 animation, and then I would like to add this avocado animation to my website. So I'm going to click on this one and then click on the Insert Lottie. So the animation has been added to my design file. You can use this outliner to see all the layers that exist in this file. These are all fundamental elements. As I said before, they are just a bunch of shapes in different kind of format. Like there are lines, there are, I don't know, you can check everything here in detail, and you see how, I don't know, the creator of this animation nested everything into each other. For example, the seed itself has one layer for the fill. You can also turn off and turn on the layer to see how the illustration has been shaped, and the shadow has its own layer, and then the rest you can check here. And down here you can see the outliner or the layers and the animation and what's happening to them over the time. So meaning that, for example, if I select the body outliner and I open this layer, I can see the sub layers. For example, this body outliner, the animation that are happening here. Let's double click on this one to open the sub layers. And when you open the sub layers, you already see that the whole body outliner and everything that exists inside, including the leaves and the body itself, the avocado itself, we have one animated property, which is the scale. So basically, you can see when I move the indicator to the right, the avocado or the body itself, including everything inside, is getting scaled in the vertical axis. So it's getting smaller and bigger, smaller and bigger. You can see this animation. So this is what's happening here. We have this scale property and all the keyframe that has been assigned to this one. But the rest of the layers themselves, like the sub layers themselves, has also animation. For example, this one, the leaf outliner, this one, I guess if I select it, you can see has rotation animation. So basically we add a keyframe to the rotate properties, and this is the way that you can create a complex animation. Let's imagine that we have this animation, we made it, and we would like to export it and use it in different softwares or in our final product. So we want to hand it over to our developer and say, okay, use this animation in this part of the user interface. So what should we do? It's very easy. We need to click on this share button if we want to share this file with some other designers, or if we want to export this animation, we can click on the export button on top. And here from this menu, which is very familiar, very basically, if you use the lottiefiles in other software, for example, the plugin in the Figma, you know that you could see the same thing there as well. You can make different projects And in different projects, you can create different animations. Right now I have one folder. I have already added 4 items. And I need to just select the project that I want to kind of export this animation into it. I can also name it like 404 new. I already added before some other 404 animation, so that's why I just add this new to the name. Now we click on export, and after that you immediately will see this view, which is basically showing your animation. Again, this is very similar to what you see in the plugin in the Figma or somewhere else, because it's basically the same thing. And here you can also have access to other stuff if you define different theme, so you can switch between different theme and show how the things are looking like. And yeah, the rest of the stuff here, you can see that you can export every this animation for every platform, for every technology that your front-end team is using. The formats, you can also export it as a GIF. Other format, you can find it here as well, or you can directly hand it off to your dev team, which is also very cool. And I'm going to show you, for example, here you can just use this in your HTML, and then tada, you have this animation. It's very easy. You basically have everything that you need, plus the options here that will help you to kind of play around with your design. For example, changing the background color, make it transparent, and the rest of the options that you can go through. And if you're collaborating with the other designers in your team, you can add a comment here and work on one animation and do the different design iterations. Now let's say that we have this animation and I want to add it to my website, the website that I'm making with the webflow. So I made one project in the webflow, and you can see that, yeah, this is the environment in the webflow. I'm gonna open the 404 page that exists here as a default, and I would like to add that animation here in this div block. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the Lottie file app into my project. I have already did this before, but if not, then you can just search here for lottiefiles and then easily add it to your project. I'm going to launch this plugin or app, and then I'm going to switch to the workspace. Here I would have access to all design animations and every project that I have. I'm going to click on my first project, the one that I have. You can see the animation that I have exported so far. I'm going to select the div that I want to import this animation into it, and then click on my animation and insert the animation. So animation has been inserted very well into my web page. However, you can see that the size and everything else is not what I need, and it's not looking very good, which in the next step I'm going to fix this problem. So for now we don't need this Lottie file plugin or app. I'm going to close it. Then I'm going to select these two block or these two element that we have. Of course, first I'm going to select this Lottie animation that I add file, this one, and I'm going to the setting panel here, which you can find up here, and then here we have access to the styles of this element. So I'm going to click on this style, and let's move a little bit to the right. Here we have the width, which I'm going to change it to 100%. So I want this layer cover the whole area of the parent layer. And then the height also, I'm going to set it on 100%. Then I'm going to select the child layer, which is showing basically the animation. And then I'm going to set this attribute for this, the value for those attributes is the same. So 100% width and height. In this way, layer is going to fill the whole area. And one more time, let me show you. You can find it here in the setting while you're selecting the layer of this Lottie file. And then you can find the styles here. And the rest is happening in the this part. So basically you can find the attributes, the CSS properties here, and assign the value that you would like to have. And in the next step, you can easily click on the publish and select the environment that you want to publish this work there and click on here. It might take a couple of seconds to publish everything, and then after that you can click on this arrow and open your page. And this is the page that you have. You can see that it's a scalable, meaning that the original animation that we made was smaller, but you can see that now it has fairly high resolution in the bigger size, so we could easily scale it in a size that we want. Plus it is pretty much low size, meaning that it's kind of loading, the page is loading very fast, and animation is not kind of reducing the performance. And that was it for this video. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope you enjoy this video and you learn some new techniques or some new tools. And please let me know what are you thinking about this kind of videos. Please share your thoughts, your opinion in the description of this video. And if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like it and share with the other designers in your community, and subscribe to my channel. Of course, smash that subscribe button. These are the ways that you can support me and motivate me, or keep me motivated to continue publishing and sharing my experiences with you. Plus, I would like to remind you that I have made one Discord server a while ago, which you can join there. I have to mention that it's for now a little bit kind of not active, and the reason is that I'm still waiting for more people to join there, and then we will start to have more activities such as the design challenges and everything else. But feel free to start a discussion there, share your opinion, start to have a chat and everything else, and let's stay in contact. And that was it. Let's learn together and see you in the next video.